Welcome to the Lightings Back to School Online Bootcamp powered by the Shining Light Children's Foundation. My name is DanielaIbikiri, Coach Daniela. Yeah, I am the Executive Director of Shining Light Children's Foundation and the convener of the Lightings Coaching. So this is a 3-day program, a back to school program to prepare our preteens and teens, to equip them for the new school session, and not only the new school session, to prepare them for life in general, for them to excel in school, this academic school year, and beyond the classroom. So, like I said earlier, this is a 3-day program. We'll be having 2 sessions daily. Today, we'll be talking about self-discovery, discovering yourself and your purpose. Who am I? A lot of teenagers struggle with identity crisis. That is a major challenge teenagers go through. And also, they struggle with the other question, why am I on earth? That is their purpose. There's a lot of stress, going back to school, it's a new session and all that. So the Lightings Coaching thought it wise to organize this bootcamp for them to be able to equip with essential life skills, to go back to school, to start the new session and excel in life in general. So our first speaker today, she is Coach Deborah Adeyeye, also known as Coach D. She's an identity expert. She helps preteens and teenagers to discover who they are and help them to become who God has created them to be. She's the convener of Remnant Seeds International, an organization where she grooms children, teenagers, and adolescents to become the person that God has created them to be and to grow in the knowledge of God. So today, she'll be taking us on the topic, who am I? That is identity. So let's make welcome Coach Deborah Adeyeye. Can we put a clap emoji on the chat box?
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. So I'm so excited to be here, and I believe that we are also excited to be here. So thank you so much, the Lightings Coaching platform. Thank you for this opportunity, and the Shining Light Children Foundation. Thank you for this great opportunity. I do not take it for granted. So we are going right. Thank you so much. I don't know. I'm seeing Anan at 1, 2, 3. Please, is that your name? Can we just drop our names in the comment section? My name is Coach Deborah Adeyeye, and you can call me Coach D. So I want us to drop our names in the comment section so I can address us. We're talking about identity, right? So that I can address us with the right identity. So I don't say Anan when I'm talking to somebody that is not bearing Anan. So that being said, I am going to be sharing my screen. I don't know if I have permission to do that. I think I do. All right.
Yeah,
so I'm going to be sharing all right. All right. So who am I? You see this question? This is a question that each and every one on this earth must answer. At one certain point in time in our life, we must answer this question. Because if you don't answer this question, this question is very, 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 very important. So we're going to be talking about who am I, understanding your identity. Now you can see from the picture I have here that this lady or this teenager, she's looking at herself in the mirror and she's smiling. This shows that she has a sense of identity, right? She has a sense of identity. So now let's go without wasting much of our time. I don't know how many minutes I have. Is it 30 minutes or 40 minutes, ma? Let me confirm.
Yeah, 30 to 40 minutes. Yes.
All right. Okay. I want to be on track. I don't fly. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let's go right into it. Now the introduction I have here. Let's read together. So I said that knowing who you are is the bedrock of lasting success. Now, I don't know, tell yourself that knowing who you are, knowing who I am, knowing Coach D, knowing who she is the bedrock or is the foundation of lasting success. If you want to know, if you don't know who you are, that's the beginning of failure. Yes, not the grade you're having in school. That's not the beginning of failure. If you don't know who you are, that is the beginning of failure. But knowing who you are is the foundation of lasting success. All right. So I want us to move further. Now, someone said, Ralph Waldo Emerson, I love that man so much. And he said, no, put yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Now, we live in a world where people are trying to be other people, right? No, so to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. The next person said, Oscar Wilde said that, be yourself, everyone else is taken. I want to see that in the comment section. Tell yourself that, be yourself. Deborah, be yourself, everyone else is taken. Be yourself, everyone else is taken. So we need to be ourselves, right? Because everyone else is taken, I am taken. So you don't need to be like me. You don't need to aspire to be like me. You don't need to aspire to be like anybody in this world. You need to aspire to be like yourself. You need to aspire to become the best version of yourself because everyone else is taken. Yes, everyone else is taken. So be yourself because what everyone else is taken. So we don't need to be like, you don't need to aspire to become somebody else when you can actually be yourself, because those people that are aspiring to become, they actually appreciated themselves. They appreciated themselves, they love themselves, and they began to work on themselves. So that's why I said that knowing who you are is the foundation of lasting success. Because if you know who you are, that is the beginning. That is the beginning. That is the foundation. That is, yes, Eddie. Oh, Eddie, be yourself. Yes, everyone else is taking. I don't know, is that Joel? Joel, also, I need to see your response. Is the real owner, Joel? Like I said, I want to address us as our identity, our real identity. Now, so let's go further. Knowing yourself, Aristotle said that knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. That is to say, this is trying to tell us that for you to walk in wisdom, you start with knowing yourself. It starts with knowing who you are. It starts with knowing your identity. It starts with knowing who you truly are. So knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. So be yourself, everyone else is taken. Now, I usually say to people, just like Waldo Emerson has rightly said, that to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. And that's why I usually tell teenagers and adolescents that when people ask you that, what have you achieved? Tell them that you have achieved being you. Yes, because being yourself is an achievement. Being yourself is an achievement. So anybody that asks you, Joel, Eddie, anybody that asks you that, what have you achieved in life? Tell them that you have achieved being you. Because that is one of the, that is the bedrock, that is the foundation of lasting success. It is very, very important. So anybody that tries to pressure you, tell them that you cannot be pressured because what you have achieved being you. Because yes, thank you so much, Joel. Thank you for responding. You have achieved being you. It is very, very important. A lot of people don't like themselves. A lot of people want to be somebody else. When you can actually be yourself, you can actually work on yourself. You can actually, build yourself so that people can even aspire to become you. Because like I said, anybody that tells you that, what have you achieved? Look at her, look at it. You have not done anything. See the way he looks, see the way she looks. Tell them that, well, I have achieved being me. If they are counting their grades, they are counting, I came first position in the class. I came this, I came that. Tell them that, well, I achieved being me. It is an achievement. In fact, in the year 2025, if after you check the year and you come to December and you check December and your January to December and you see that the only thing that you have achieved is actually knowing who you are, that is the greatest achievement so far. So tell them that you have achieved what being you. Now let's move further to the case study. So I have a case study here, and I would like one of us to unmute and read to us. So either Eddie or Joel or anybody can unmute and read to us the case study of Shegun. So we want to look at Shegun. We want to see what's going on in Shegun's life. So who wants to read for us? Yes, thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you so much. I can see you are unmuted. Go ahead and read for us.
Shegun is a 15-year-old boy, old in SS2 at a private secondary school in Lagos. Okay. He is the first of 3 children in his family. His father is a strict businessman, and his mother is a nurse who works long shifts. Shegun has always been an intelligent student, but over the past year, his academic performance and behavior has changed significantly. Presenting issue.
Yes.
Shegun's class teacher reports that he has become withdrawn in class, no longer participates in group activities, and sometimes reacts really when corrected at home. His parents complain that he spends hours alone in his room, listening to music and avoiding family conversations.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for reading for us. Now, so it says Shegun is a 15-year-old in SS2, the 15-year-old boy in SS2 in private secondary school in Lagos. He's the first of 3 children. Now, giving us a background story to the life of Shegun, what we need to know about Shegun. And now I'm seeing here how that one of the beginning of the problem of Shegun. All right, so he said his father is a strict businessman. Shegun's father is a strict businessman, and his mother is a nurse who works long shift. Now, we're already seeing a background. We're already having a background story to the life of Shegun. We're already having a background story to how Shegun's life is. Now, it now says that Shegun has always been an intelligent student. Now, that is to tell us that Shegun is a smart guy. He's a smart boy. Now, but over the past year, his academic performance and behavior has changed significantly. Now, let's move to the presenting issue. So that Shegun's class teacher reports that he has become withdrawn in class. So what happened to Shegun, the smart and intelligent boy? He has suddenly become withdrawn. Now, he said that in class, he no longer participates in group activities and sometimes reacts angrily when corrected. At home, his parents complain that he spent hours alone in his room listening to music and avoiding family conversations. Now, let's move to the next slide. Let's see the triggers. Let's read the triggers and contributing factors. So I have here now that the first thing that I can see here about Shegun is that, or we can see together about Shegun is that Shegun has peer pressure. He's going through peer pressure. Now we can see the pictures, right, of that guy that is, walking in the middle. So that guy can stand as Shegun, right? Peer pressure. Shegun has started hanging out with a group of older boys from the neighborhood who dress and speak differently from his usual style. Now, they often mock him for being too quiet. They mock him for being too quiet. You are too quiet. The truth is that I said that if anybody asks you, what have you achieved this year, 2025, as a teenager or an adolescent, tell them that you have achieved being you. Yes, that's an achievement. Tell them that you have achieved being you. Because now, look at it. He now dresses and speaks differently from his usual style. That is, Shegun is going through identity crisis due to peer pressure. So Shegun is wanting to be like the bigger boys. He's wanting to be like the bad boys. Now, they told him that they often mock him for being too quiet and too churchy, making him feel he needs to change to fit in. Now, I don't know, some persons maybe, you have a group of friends, maybe in your school or in your church or in the neighborhood, you just see them and then you just feel like you need to be like these people. You want to fit in. You want to change who you are for somebody else's. That is identity crisis. So if you are going through peer pressure and you are having that pressure being mounted on you and you begin to see the need to change who you are, maybe you're a quiet type, right? You're a quiet type, you're an outspoken type, and you are just seeing the need to change. The negative, maybe negatively. The need to change negatively. Or even the need, the pressure to change negatively. That is identity crisis. Now, Shegun suddenly feels that, he's being too churchy. He's being too quiet. Now, he wants to change to fit in. Now, before you even try to fit in, ask yourself, those people that I'm trying to fit in or to be like, are they really it? Are they really it? We're going to be talking about values later on. I'm going to be talking about values later on. But are they really it? Right? So this is very, very important. Shegun is going through peer pressure. And once you are allowed peer pressure to overcome you, you are going to face identity crisis. You suddenly begin to see the need to change. Maybe you speak like me. you are loud the way I speak and all like that. You suddenly need to be quiet. Now I tell you for a reason that this is how I am, this is my voice, right? But the truth is that if I now begin to want to be like somebody else, for instance, I want to be like Eddie that has a very cool voice, or I want to be like maybe Joel has a cool voice, or Josiah has a cool voice, and I want to be like them, for instance. I want to be like you guys, for instance. That is identity crisis. Because imagine I want to switch like Shegun now. Maybe Shegun is, it's too quiet. They say it's too quiet. Then let's even imagine that Shegun is like me. It's very bold. It's very loud, and it speaks confidently. For instance, and he now sees the need to become too quiet. Now let me give you an instance. Imagine as I started the meeting, as I started my session, and I just came to you that, hello, good evening, everybody. How are you doing? How is everything? My name is Coach Deborah Adeyeye, and I'm an identity expert. Today we're going to be talking about who am I, identity, understanding your identities. Now, just imagine I came in that manner for this particular session. Maybe some of us would have gone to go and do something else and be like, hello, what's going on here? Right? So, am I correct? You'd be like, what's wrong with this? Where did they see this woman? Where did they see this lady from? Why is she speaking like that? What kind of thought is that? Am I correct? So, now, Chebu is undergoing peer pressure. He's going through peer pressure. Now, he sees the need to change. He's a quiet child. He suddenly wants to, he wants to be the big boy. He wants to join the role with the big boys. He wants to be there, but that is not who Shegun really is. So the need to fit in is identity crisis. If you are you find yourself in any form of circle, maybe in your school, and there's some clique of people that you just see them and I wish I can be like these people. And probably they are even negative. What they stand for is a negative stuff. You are going through identity crisis. Now let's move on. Parental expectation. His father insists. Now another problem of Shegun, or the contributing factor to Shegun's sudden withdrawal, is that his father became an engineer. But Shegun is passionate about music production and feels misunderstood. Now, his father wants him to be an engineer. We have some parents that, they just say, this is what I want my child to become. Hello, if you are trying to make your child something else aside what they want to become, that is identity crisis. They'll begin to struggle they'll begin to struggle with their self-esteem. They'll begin to struggle with who they are. Are we together now? So you don't need to change who you are. Tell yourself that I don't need to change who I am. Let's write in the comment section that I don't need to change who I am. I just need to work on myself. I usually tell people that embrace your strengths while you work on your weaknesses. So you don't need to change who you are. You don't need to change who you are. Just work on yourself and you will become the best. And people will begin, I wish I can be like this person. Because being yourself, if anybody asks you, I will keep saying it till I finish my session. If anybody asks you, what have you achieved? Tell them that you have achieved being you. Because it's not easy to be yourself, because the reason why you see some celebrities, some people that they want to be like some certain celebrities. I'm coming to that celebrity matter today. You want to be like some certain celebrities. You look at this particular celebrity, they have gone for surgery to increase their breast, to increase their bum. That is identity crisis. The need to suddenly fit in. You just want to be like this person. That person that you want to be like, that person has gone for surgery. You say, I just like her shape. I just like the way she looks. This is my ideal shape. You don't know that those people have gone for surgery. And they are coming out to tell you like that. Accept yourself. Love yourself. People that have gone for surgery, they've gone to do surgery, not because of doctors said that they should go and do it, or because it warranted it, but because they just want to feel among. They just want to feel that, maybe some people with some certain body structure or body posture or body structure is the one that is being accepted. Some people, I even see teenagers and adolescents that they are using bleaching cream. Hey, if you are here and you are dark, you are melanin like me, melanin popping, and then you are not seeing the need, or you are black and beautiful, black and bold, and you not see the need to go and use bleaching cream. That let me just leave my parents now. Let me just enter the university. I will go and buy bleaching cream. I will go and buy Mr. White, Mrs. White, whitening cream, whitening agents. That is identity crisis, because you don't need to change who you are. You are just perfect the way you are. You are beautiful the way you are. You are handsome the way you are. You don't need to become somebody else. You don't need to aspire to be somebody else. So if you are here and you just see the need, you want to go and say, let me just make this money. When I grow up, I will go and do surgery. I will increase this thing because you want to start getting attention to yourself for the wrong reasons. That is identity crisis. So now, Segun now began to face, yes, you don't need to change who you are. Segun now began to face identity issues. Why? He said the next thing that about outside music is that physical changes. Segun has recently had a growth spurt and acne and making himself self-conscious about what his appearance. So suddenly Segun is saying, look at this guy, look at the screen. This fair guy is having spots. And I said, Segun is like, hey, it's my face, pimples, hey, eczema, hey. Suddenly conscious, does everything together is contributing to Segun's identity crisis issues. Segun's identity crisis issues. Now let's move further. Now I have here that the next slide. Let's go to the next slide. All right, symptoms of identity crisis: confusion about your personal values. Now let me ask us, what are your values? What are your values? Let's mention some of them in the comment section. What are your values? Are you confused about your values? What do you stand for? Values is what you stand for. So your values can be respect. Your values can be honesty. Your values can be love. Your values can be, diligence. So what are our values? Because when now honesty. So now the truth is that if you say that your values are honesty and you are known for telling lies, you are having identity crisis issue. If you are confused about what your values are, today you just see one popular worldly celebrity and you say, this is my person. I want to be like this person. Tomorrow you see one gospel musician and you say, this person is my person. You are caught in between the two. You are suffering from identity crisis. Yes. So you must become, because I usually tell people, now I said I was going to enter the matter of celebrity, Abi. Now let's enter the matter of celebrity. If you have any celebrity here, because if I say I should ask us, okay, who is our favorite celebrity? Let me even ask us. Let me see some of them. Who are your favorite celebrities? Integrity. Thank you so much. Josiah and Eddie. Thank you so much. Who are your favorite celebrities? Let me see some of them in the comment section. Truthfulness. Thank you so much. I love that. Yes. So integrity, truthfulness, honesty. Love. Okay, beautiful. So now let me see. Tell me your favorite celebrity. Okay, Lionel Messi. Ronaldo is your favorite celebrity. Okay. Who else? I need more. Eddie, who is your favorite celebrity? Taufik, who is your favorite celebrity? Titi Winans. Okay, yourself. Okay, some persons. But you first mentioned Messi before you mentioned yourself. You first mentioned Messi before you mentioned yourself. I'm not against anybody having any favorite celebrity. But if your favorite celebrity does not your value that you have as a person, your favorite celebrity that you are picking must reflect that value. So if your values is diligence, your favorite celebrity must be someone that is diligent. If your favorite celebrity, if your values is sexual purity, your favorite celebrity must be a representative of that. Must someone that stands for that. Because some people, they'll say this person is their favorite celebrity and it's not aligning with their values. I usually tell them that you are lying. And also, I usually say something that your favorite celebrity reveals who you are. Yes. Your favorite celebrity reveals. You can tell me, if you say this person is your favorite celebrity, you can give me a glimpse of who you are as an identity expert. He can give me a glimpse of who you are. So if I want to know who some of you are, if I want to know the true you, not with what you are just telling me, not what you're just telling me, okay. Eddie says she's still thinking about this, all right? I mean, he's still thinking about this. So now, if you tell me who you are, like if you tell me that this is your favorite celebrity must align with who you are as a person. So if it is contradicting each other, you are having identity crisis. So let's move further. Now, another one aside confusion about personal values is that it's frequent mood swings. Frequent mood swings. Another one is sudden changes in clothing style. Sudden change. Like I said, sudden changes in clothing style, speech patterns, and social circles. There's a sudden change. Like I said, that maybe I just saw how that Coach Daniela that organized this conference for you guys, or this webinar, or this bootcamp for you guys. And I just see the way she speaks, and I'm like, I just like the way she speaks. I mean, and I try to start being like her. I'm not changing my voice, like so I can start sounding like her. That's an identity crisis, so because I'm trying to tell myself that I am not comfortable being me. Now, so sudden clothing style. Maybe you just want to start dressing like your favorite celebrity. You want to start dressing like somebody else. You are not okay with your own self. That is identity crisis. So that's symptoms of what identity crisis. Another one is the desire to become or behave like the opposite gender. This one is very, very extreme. Well, now we live in a world whereby those people that are what they used to call them now, transgender, they say they are gay or they are lesbians, they are loud. No. Now we live in a world whereby the desire to become or behave like the opposite gender. You're a guy, you just want to start behaving like a lady because you see that ladies get more attention. You are wrong. You are wrong. Oga, that is what identity crisis. You're a lady, you just feel the need to be like a tomboy. I know that when I was growing up, that slang was ringing very well. But why are you behaving like a tomboy or a tomboy? You know, you just want to be like, just be dressing like a guy. You are sagging your trousers, bad guys. And that is identity crisis because you're a lady. The God that created you to be a woman or to be a girl or to be a lady. And he created you for a reason. Thank God that Coach Daniela she's a purpose coach. So she's going to talk about purpose. So because if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So because you don't know your purpose, don't know your identity, you don't know who you are, you suddenly feel the need to be like this or another gender when God created you to be a man. Right? So that's kind of what identity crisis. Now, inconsistent choices and decisions. Today, you want to do this. And then when they ask you, how far with that thing that you said you wanted to do? They say, see, Coach, I'm not doing it again. I don't feel like it. That's identity crisis. Inconsistent choices and decisions. You are not clear on what you want to do. You are not clear on those things those steps you want to take. That is what symptoms of what identity crisis. Now let's move on. Now I have here the importance of identity. The first importance of identity increases your self-awareness. It makes you aware of who you are. You begin to become aware of your strength, your weakness, your value. You know, you need to know these things. You become self-aware. Your personality type. Are you a melancholic or you're a sanguine or you are a phlegmatic or a choleric? You are more aware of yourself. Now, we live in a world whereby people are discovering themselves wrongly. I see all this in the day that this person is an area. This is zodiac sign. I be all those things that they call themselves and all like that. They say, this is my zodiac sign. This is who I am, and I'm a Kiniko. And then they say when they say, why are you so stubborn? Oh, why are you so like this? You have bad behavior, you have bad character. You not say because that's how all these Aries, I be this, we put those things. That's who they are. And then you are attaching yourself to something that is not consistent. So that's identity crisis. So if you have zodiac sign, it's identity crisis. There's nothing more to tell me. It's identity crisis. Because knowing who you are would help you, like I said, that I appreciate your strength and your uniqueness while you work on your weaknesses. Now, so identity increases self-awareness. You become more aware of who you are. It helps you discover purpose. We are going to be talking about purpose very soon. So identity helps you to discover purpose. It helps you to discover who you are, what God has created you to become. Right? When God was creating Eddie, when God was creating Josiah and Joel, when God was creating Taufik, he had something in mind for you to come and fulfill. So identity helps you to discover purpose. Knowing who you are also improves your self-esteem. You begin to have a healthy self-esteem. You begin to have an healthy self-image. It helps you to improve your self-esteem. You begin to see yourself because when you know who you are, it is the beginning of confidence. You begin to see yourself that, this is who I am. You have a healthy image of yourself. You don't belittle yourself. You don't suffer from low self-esteem. So people with identity crisis, they suffer from low self-esteem. So are you here and then you are suffering from low self-esteem? That may be a sign that you don't know who you are yet. Right. Now, so another one is that identity helps you to make better decisions and choices. It also increases your chance of being resilient. Now, when you know who you are, you'll be resilient. The ability to bounce back from challenges, the ability to stand firm during the, you will not just give up easily. I already say something that now give up, now lose. That's my life mantra. One of my life mantra is that now give up, now lose. If you give up, you don't lose. So when you know who you are, it increases your chances of being what? Resilient. It also helps you to stay focused and productive. You stay focused and you become productive in that thing that you find your hand find it to do. You become productive, you stay focused. This is who I am. This is what I want to become. This is my purpose. You know, you become focused. It helps you to stay focused. But when you don't know who you are, today you are here, tomorrow you are, you're like the wave of the sea, being tossed to and fro. That's identity crisis. Today you are like this, tomorrow, frequent mood swing. That's one of the symptoms, right? So, and again, I have here lastly, under the importance of identity, that identity precedes audacity. If you don't know who you are, you will cringe. If you don't know who you are, you will surprise or suppress. If you don't know who you are, when you are faced with peer pressure, you will try to suppress to them. If you don't know who you are, you will lack self-confidence. If you don't know who you are, you will not be able to stand up for what is right. You'll not be able to say that this is not meant to be. This is not how this is supposed to be. Yes. So identity precedes audacity. So let's go. Discover your identity. Now, I want us to look at discovering your identity. How do you discover your identity? What are the things to look out for? The first thing is to try new things. Now, I'm not saying trying new bad things. Try new things. Things that point you out. Things, don't be shy. Don't be shy to take new experiences. Those things that you have not been able to do before. Maybe somebody is introducing you that. Let's give sport a try. Let's give animation a try. Let's give baking a try. Don't try new things. Be open. Because in the process of trying new things, you begin to find what you love doing. You begin to find what is, you begin to find yourself. Now, another thing is reflect on your values and beliefs. And that is what reflect on your values and beliefs. Identify your values. Some of us have said, integrity is our value, truthfulness, honesty. Don't contradict your values. Yes. Thelma, Taufik, Eddie, Josiah, Dwell, don't contradict your values. If you stand for something, stand for it to the end. With your full chest. Yes. With your full chest. Don't let anybody cringe you that, look at that. Look at it. Stand for who you are. Stand for the right thing. Identify your values, reflect on your values and your beliefs, and stand for it. So identify your values. What are your values? Some of us, we don't even know our values. Because when I even ask us that, we now quickly start typing one or two things and say, this is my value. Meanwhile, that's not our value. We've not just taken time to think about it. So now, that's not going to be part of our assignment. So go back and reflect on your values. What are my values? The next thing, that develop self-awareness. How do you develop self-awareness? By what? Journaling and self-reflection. Be a person that journals a lot. Now look at the picture that I have here. Be a person that journals a lot. Write daily. Write your daily experiences. This is what I faced today in school. This is what I, even as I'm resuming for a new session. What is what I faced today in school? This is my experience in school. Growing up, we usually have people that usually have diaries. They'll say, this is my diary, nobody should touch it, nobody should, this is my diary, I just write my experiences here, nobody, this is private, my private, diary and all like that, don't touch it. So develop self-awareness. How do you develop self-awareness? By writing, by journaling and by self-reflection. Always self-reflect. Always reflect on your values and all. Now, the next one is that be open to new experiences. Be open to what? New experiences. Another one is give yourself time. Yes, identity is a journey. Also, purpose discovery is a journey. So give yourself time. Be open to change and practice self-acceptance. Be open to change. Give yourself time. Practice self-acceptance. Be intentional about journaling and self-reflection. Journal on who am I? Write out those questions. What interests you currently? Check out for it. What interests you? What is it that when they say, let's go and do this thing, you just suddenly become excited. Something just lights up within you. So check it out. Now, let's go to the last slide. Now, it says that reflective questions. The first one I have here is that, who am I when no one is watching? That is a very good question to ask. Who am I when no one is watching? Who am I? Who are you when no one is watching? When Coach D is not there? When Coach Daniela is not there? When your parents are not there? Who are you when no one is watching? The next one I have here is, how do I see myself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself like someone that is very smart? Do you see yourself like someone that is very intelligent, or that someone that is very resourceful, productive, focused? Now, how do you see yourself? Now, the next one is, what 3 words best describe you right now? Like, okay, I want to say now, Chelma, give me a description of yourself. Give me 3 words that describe you. And Thelma can come up and say, well, Coach D, the first word that describes me is determined. Determination. I'm a very determined person. The next word that describes me is diligence. I am a very diligent person. The last word that describes me is P. P for productive. I am very, very productive. Yes, I am very, very productive. Now, another additional assignment is coming to mind. Now, everybody, with the letters of your name, you know, the letters of my name is 7 letters. My name is 7 letters with Deborah. So you can go and write out values. Go and write out values that you stand for using the letter of your name. Yes. So the D in my name can stand for determined. You know, the E in my name can stand for efficient. The B in my name stand for bold. I'm just thinking these things now. So the O in your name can stand for organized. Just like, you know, I'm spelling Deborah already. The R in my name can stand for resilient or respectful. The A in my name can stand for what? Administrative. That I admit I'm very good with administrative, you know, tasks. You know, the H in my name can stand for honesty. So I've already defined Deborah already by values. I can say, okay, who is Deborah? Well, Deborah is a determined person. She's an efficient person. She's a bold person. She's an organized person. She's resilient. She's an administrator. And then she's an honest person. And then, wow. And that's the meaning of Deborah, my name. So let's go and do that, right? That is going to give you a glimpse. Yes, you can have additional values, though, but just have that, you know, and that can stand for your identity card, your ID card, right? So let's move further. So the next question now, what 3 words? I said what 3 words. Now, giving us a glimpse that we can even use the letters of our name to create our own values. Now, the next one is, what makes you different from everyone else you know? So ask yourself, what makes me different from everyone else I know? You know, it can be that maybe people around you, they are not, you know, you check a particular value in your name. And this is what makes me different. So it gives you a glimpse to your identity. You're beginning to know yourself. Now, the next one is, what would you never compromise on no matter the situation? Yes. What will you never compromise on no matter the situation? That you tell yourself that no matter what, I will always say the truth. Even if it may cost you losing friends. I tell yourself that those friends were never meant for you. Even if it costs you losing friendships or relationships, or people telling you like a bad person because they're standing for the truth. You tell yourself that what we never compromise. Maybe sexual purity. You tell yourself that I will stay pure till I get married. That's a very good value to keep. Now, the next one is, what experiences have helped you discover who you truly are? What kind of person do you want to become in the next 3 years? Ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to become? But when people see me, what kind of image do I want people to have about me? Now, the last 2 questions I have here is, who and what has shaped your sense of identity? Some of us said you're a celebrity, or maybe your favorite celebrities, Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, somebody that's sitting winners and all. So what did you even see in them that make them your favorite celebrity? Not because they can play football. It can be that they are resilient spirit, their goal keeping, the way they are just winning, they are winners. So those people that can, they inspire you. So what and who has shaped your sense of identity the most? It may be yourself, it may be your parents, it may be your friends. So check it very, very well. This will give you a glimpse to discovering who you truly are. And who makes you question yourself and your abilities? Who makes you actually to question yourself? And when you see yourself, you'll be like, who makes you actually to question yourself and your abilities? Now, thank you so much. Daniela.
Thank you very much, Coach Deborah, for that powerful session. I hope we've learned a lot. Okay. All right. So I'll be talking about purpose. a lot of us has heard the word purpose. Like I said earlier, two major problems teenagers and preteens face in life is the search for identity. Who am I? And purpose. Why am I here? So right now, we're going to discovering purpose. So before I start, I'd like to ask you, what is the purpose of a spoon? No, I didn't say phone. Okay. We can also go with phone as well. Communication. That was part of one of the things that I was going to say. Phone, communication, spoon. SPOON, spoon.
To pick up things, small things.
Sorry? Spoon. I said the purpose of a spoon. To pick up what?
Food.
Food. Okay. Okay, thank
Into the
you.
mouth.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, what's the purpose of a bed?
Everyone. To sleep. Sleep on.
To sleep on. Beautiful. Okay, so do we agree that everything has a purpose?
Yes.
As little as a matchstick, it has a purpose. So if you see me trying to use a spoon to write, what would you say? Somebody said you'll be wowed. Okay, another comment.
It is not so. You're meant to use it to eat and not to write.
Oh, as you are saying it with audacity. Like, why would I be using a spoon to? Yeah, why would I be using a spoon to write? And I'm supposed to use it to eat. Yes, yes. Some to say something is wrong somewhere. Yes, if I try to use something for the purpose it's not created for, then something is wrong with me. It is very, very wrong. So that brings me to this talk. Misplaced purpose. Thank you, Eddie. So when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. So I'm abusing the use of a spoon, trying to use it to write when it is meant for eating. So did you get what I said? Coach Deborah also mentioned that when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. Can we write that down if you got it? Okay, so when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse is inevitable. When you don't know the use of a thing, you would abuse it. So we all agree that everything has a purpose. The bed has a purpose. The phone has a purpose. The spoon, sorry, the spoon has a purpose. Even the matchstick, as little, the tiniest thing you can imagine on earth, it has a purpose. How much more you, a full human being, you have a purpose on earth. And when you don't know your purpose, then you will abuse yourself. Yes. So do we all agree that we all have a purpose? If every object has a purpose, then how much more a human being? If you agree with me, say, yes, I have a purpose. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Jason. So introduction, every young person is being created with a purpose. But like I said earlier, a lot of teenagers struggle with the question, why am I here? It is important that teenagers discover their purpose. You're not too young to discover your purpose. Some teenagers will say, no, when I become an adult, when I get to my 20s, I would go on that journey of discovering my purpose. No, it is important that you start earlier now that you're a preteen or a teenager, so that you have direction in life. I said here that discovering your purpose gives you a direction both in school and in life generally. When you have a sense of purpose, a sense of why you exist, it gives you direction in school. You know what you're doing in school, and not just in school, because you don't live every day in school. You have a personal life as well. So it gives you direction in your school and also direction in life as well. So what are we going to be learning? We are going to talk about what purpose is, how you can unlock your purpose, the keys in discovering purpose, purpose in school and in life, and also purpose killers and purpose builders. So let's go to the next slide. What is purpose? Purpose is the reason for your being. Okay, we can see the picture there. Just a picture of the globe. You know, this is the lightings coaching. Everything about me, inspiring teenagers, encouraging teenagers, coaching teenagers, teaching teenagers. I'm all about light because like, you're the light of the world. You're meant to shine your light. So my coaching is about making teenagers shine their light. So that's the light. Purpose is knowing who you are and living it out. It is understanding your reason for being. Why am I here? It is the direction that guides your decision and actions. It is a unique contribution only you can make in the world. And it is what you do with who you are. We talk about identity. That's why I said you cannot talk about purpose without first talking about identity. Purpose starts from understanding who you are. Then when you understand who you are, then you can say, okay, this is my purpose. This is who I am. I am a determined, I am resilient. I am a compassionate person. What do I do? What do I do with that person? With that compassionate person? Like me, I am very compassionate. That's why I have a foundation. It aligns with my purpose. I'm not just, God did not just make me a compassionate person. It is for a reason because it aligns with my purpose. That's why I have a foundation, and it's my foundation that is powering this back to school online program for preteens and teenagers. I am very empathetic. I am very resilient. Having gone through life challenges, I am now resilient. And I'm here to guide teenagers to become resilient, no matter the challenges that they face in life. Your experience shapes you. Your experience is there to shape you, not to tarnish your image. Your experiences are part of those things that shape who you are and your purpose. In case anybody does not know, I have an impaired vision. I lost my sight, the full function of my sight, not total blindness. I lost the full function of my sight like about 8 years ago. October makes it 8 years. So I thought life was over because then, as an adult, adult in my 20s, yes, I did not have direction, clear picture of who I was and my purpose. But having gone through this life experience, it shaped my purpose. Now I now know that I can actually help persons with visual impairment to bounce back to life. Not only visual impairment, persons with disabilities, people that have gone through life challenges too. And most especially, I am passionate about teenagers, young adults. Those are the people I want to help to bounce back to life because your experiences do not define you, but they shape your identity and your purpose. So that unique contribution you're to make in the world, that is your purpose. That is your purpose. We are all unique. No two persons are the same. Even twins, they don't have the same thumbprints. Nobody has the same thumbprints. So you are all unique. A lot of teenagers think, no, I have to be like the next person. Like Coach Deborah said, a lot of teenagers are under peer pressure. I have to be like the next person. I have to look like the next person. Oh, this one sings, then I have to sing. Oh, this one writes, then I have to write. No, we are all unique. God created each and every one of us uniquely. And he created you with a purpose, on purpose. Did you get that? He created you with a purpose, on purpose. Before he created you, he had you in mind. The person that created the phone, before creating the phone, he knew that, oh, I want this thing to serve as a tool for communication. So he already had that idea. You cannot just create something without having an idea of what you want that thing to do. So the person had the idea that he wants to use the phone for communication, and he went ahead to create it. The person that invented bed had that idea that I want to use this tool for people to lay on. The person that created the spoon had the idea before creating spoon. So you as a human being, God had an idea. He wants to use you as a tool for his purpose to reflect his glory. That was why he created you. He said, before you were formed, I knew you in the book of Jeremiah. Sorry to the non-Christians. Before he formed you, he knew you. So before he said, Jason, let me bring Jason to this world through Sister Vivian. Let me bring Somto through Auntie Ada. Yes. Let me bring Alvin through Thelma. Let me bring Valerie and Jaden through Auntie Ellen. He had an idea what his plans are for all of you before even he formed you in your mother's womb. So purpose precedes creation. What do I mean by that? Before you were formed, God had a plan for creating you before he created you. Okay, so why is purpose discovery important for teenagers? It gives you direction and meaning. When you have a sense of purpose, you have direction and meaning in life. Your life becomes meaningful. You have a direction of where you're going to, both in your school and your personal life. You don't follow the crowd. When you have a sense of purpose while you're on earth, you have direction. I know where I'm going to. When I wake up in the morning, I know what I want to do. Life becomes meaningful. That this whole thing happened to me. Life has become meaningful. I sleep. I look forward to the next day. Oh, I want to impact life. I want to touch a teenager's life. I want to touch the lives of people that are going through life challenges. I have a YouTube channel, Living Beyond Limitations, where persons with disabilities and other people that have gone through life challenges about challenges. I look forward to that, creating the videos. I look forward to creating content for teenagers. The Lightings coaching, I just started it. It gives my life a meaning that, yeah, Daniela, your life has a meaning. Your life is meaningful. You can actually do something with yourself, even as a visually impaired person. I don't need to see. Vision is beyond the sight. I don't need to see the world to impact lives. So purpose gives you direction and meaning. It gives you focus. You're not doing this today. You're not doing that tomorrow. Today you're here. Tomorrow you're there. As a teenager, as a preteen, you're here. We understand what a preteen is? 10 to 12. Those are preteens. Teenagers, 13 to 19. Today you're doing this. Tomorrow you're not focused. In school, you're not focused. You even don't know why you're in school. Yes, in school, education, you need to be focused. The primary reason why you're in school is for your education to become something in life, the career path. So when you have a sense of purpose, when you know why you're there, it gives you focus. It makes you focus in school and in life as well. When you have a sense of purpose, you'll be resilient no matter the challenges that you pass through. You become a resilient person. Setbacks, you bounce back. Coach Deborah mentioned that. You bounce back when you face through life challenges. You become confident. You are proud. You're raising your shoulders. Coach Deborah mentioned audacity. You become not a proud person, not from that place of a proud person, but a humble person that is proud of discovering their purpose. You have confidence. You have a high self-esteem that, yes, I am in this world to make an impact. In my school, in my family, in my community, I have an impact to make and have an assignment. So your purpose makes you become resilient. It makes you become confident. It makes you have mental and emotional wellness. It is important. It improves your mental health and emotional well-being. Yes, it gives you. Do you know why a lot of young people commit suicide? It is because they don't have a sense of purpose. They don't. Even older people, they might be very rich. They have gone through university and all that. But was that really their plan? Was that really the plan of God for their life? No. If you read a book by Masmoro, In Pursuit of Purpose, there's a story there. A young man, he became a doctor because of his parents. So the graduation day, a lot of people were there, to help them, to congratulate him and all that. But it was not his purpose. He did this for his parents, and he was sad. Then another story of a man who everybody thought he was doing well, but he wanted to commit suicide because that wasn't his purpose. He was not happy, even as wealthy as he was. So it is not about being wealthy. A lot of young people, teenagers, they want to make money. I asked a teenager, what is your problem in life? She said, money. Once we have money, everything is settled. No, purpose is beyond the money. Purpose is beyond the fame. It is about you making an impact, that unique contribution you're to make in the world. When you have a sense of purpose, it helps you with your academical success and future success. You succeed in your academics because you know why you're there. You understand that I am there for this reason. So as you're going back to school, you know you are going with clarity. You have a sense of purpose that, yes, this is why I'm in school. I want to succeed. I want to come out with good grades so that I will become something in life. So that I will become somebody in life. Yes, that is why you're there in school. It helps you future success. And those that are going to university. Do I have people going to university here? Somto, can I, another person? Joy, are you here?
I'm also going to this year.
Okay, who is that? Sorry, who's speaking, please?
Lucy.
Okay, Lucy, your career, does it align with your purpose? Are you sure that is what you have been called to do? When you have a sense of purpose, when you start cultivating that sense of purpose as low as 8, 9, 10, then you would know the career path you would choose. Parents, I know we have some parents here. Don't force your children to become who God has not created them to be, to do a course that God has not planned for them to do. Start early to groom them. What are your passions? What are your strengths? Understand the strengths of your child. Understand what your child is passionate about. When you see a child always writing, when you're supposed to be doing something else, when you see a child always singing, you should know the direction. When you see a creative child, you know where this child is going to. When you see a child that likes money, business, oh, I think, mommy, we should sell, we should do this. You know this person will excel well in business. Start cultivating that sense of purpose from little so that they will know the career path. Don't say, oh, doctors, everybody should be a doctor. Everybody should be an engineer. Everybody should be a lawyer. No, I am a teens coach. I am an IT personnel, yes, but that is not my calling at all. That is not my calling. I study computer science, first degree, second degree. I work in my office. I work in the IT department because I go back and I was like, if I had a teens coach or a mentor when I was growing up, if I had the proper guidance, I wouldn't have studied computer science. I would have been a psychologist, a counselor. That is what I have been called to do, but it's never too late. When you discover your purpose, it is never too late. So it is better you start now that you're a teenager. It is better you start now that you're a preteen, so that before you go to the senior class, you're already, when you get to SS1, SS2, art, science, you know the path you're going to. You will know which course you align it with your passions, your interests, what excites you, what gives you joy. So let's move on because of time. So I have an acronym as keys for discovering purpose. This is the Lightings Coaching Bootcamp. So I use the acronym LIGHT to talk about the keys for discovering purpose. Okay, so number 1, life experiences. The experiences you've gone through in life, you write them one after the other. What are my experiences? You write it down. You write your life experiences. You write the impact you want to make. You write your gifts, your talents, your passions, those things you're passionate about, and all. Write it down, write the light keys. So later you go and reflect on the light keys. The next one, purpose killers versus purpose builders. What are the purpose killers? Fear, peer pressure, comparison, laziness and procrastination, negative self-talk. Yeah, teenagers, they are afraid of failing. Laziness, a lot of us are very lazy. We like to procrastinate. I'll do this tomorrow. God is telling you to do something, but you say you will do it tomorrow. You know you have to do something. You know you have to be serious with your studies. You know you have to read your books, but you're being lazy, you procrastinate. That kills your purpose, your reason for being in school, your reason for being in life. Other things that are not connected to school that you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it because of laziness and procrastination. You're afraid to fail. You like to compare yourself to another person. Oh, this person is better than I am. No, nobody's better than you. like Coach Deborah said, to be in a world that you're okay with yourself is the best thing. You are enough just the way you are. Don't compare yourself with another person. That person's purpose is different from your own purpose. So comparison makes you not to fulfill purpose. Lack of focus. Today you're doing this, tomorrow you're doing this. It makes you not to fulfill purpose. So what are the purpose builders? What are the purpose builders? When you have fear, it kills your purpose. To build your purpose, have faith, have courage, be courageous, faith. Not be afraid to take that step. So afraid taking a step to start what I'm doing. But this is me doing it today. So have the faith that God will see you through whatever you're doing. Be courageous. Go back to school with a new sense of purpose, with a stronger sense of who you are. Yes, I am here for my grades. I'll get good grades and I'll make impact in this school. Have faith that you can do it. Be courageous. Surround yourself with the right people. Have positive friends. Don't allow peer pressure. A lot of people do not fulfill purpose because of peer pressure. They're following their friends, following the crowd, doing the wrong thing. But surround yourself with positive friends, people that support you, people that uplift you. Then you'll be able to fulfill purpose both in school and in your personal life. Self-acceptance. Accept yourself. Stop comparing yourself. You're enough just the way you are. God created each and every one of us uniquely. So know that you're enough just the way you are. Then positive self-talk. Leave negative. I am not good enough. I don't think I have any talent. I don't think I'm beautiful. Oh, I am ugly. See my nose as is wide. See my leg, K-leg. No. Accept yourself. Love yourself just the way you are. God has created you for a unique purpose. Your eyes, your nose, your ears, everything about you. He intentionally created it for you. You are designed perfectly, just the way you are, for his purpose. Every part of you, you're short, that is how God wants you to be. You're tall, that is how God wants you to be. Okay, and the last one, focus. Be focused. Have a focused mind. Be focused on what you're doing in school and in life generally. That builds your purpose. One of the things purpose does is making you focus. So it builds your purpose. It gives you a sense of purpose when you're focused. So instead of procrastinating, being lazy, be disciplined. Consistency, be consistent in what you're doing, be disciplined. That will build your purpose in school and in life generally. Yes, kill the killers of purpose and choose the builders of purpose. So I want to ask you, teenagers, what purpose killer do you struggle with the most? Oh, my daughter here just said fear. That's our purpose killer. That's the thing she struggles with the most. Procrastination. Taufik. Okay. Oh, Josiah, lack of focus. Failure. Yes, afraid of failure. Fear. Good. Fear and lack of focus. Okay. Yeah, noses. Okay. Something. Procrastination. Yeah. Yeah, I used to struggle with that a lot. I'll do this today. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this. Yes. Thanks for sharing. Okay, so how do we live out purpose daily? Start with spiritual foundation. It is only God. I can guide you as a purpose coach. I can guide you to discovering your purpose, but it is better you start with your spiritual foundation. A lot of people tie their sense of purpose to spirituality, and that's the right thing to do. It is only God that can tell you why he created you. You can't come and ask me, Coach Daniela, why did you create a spoon? Sorry, I wasn't the one that created it. Why did you create an iPad? I wasn't the one that created it. You can only go and ask Steve Jobs why he created an iPad. You can only go and ask the inventors of different things why they created that things. So for you to really have a full understanding of your God's given purpose, you start from a spiritual foundation. If you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, we all believe in God, and it is God that created you. We all have that belief that it is God that created us, right? So start by going to God. You can't take away purpose from spirituality. No, your purpose is connected to God. It is God that created you. You did not create yourself. Coach Daniela did not create you. So it is God that created you, and it is God that knows why He created you. So start from spiritual foundation. The book of Ephesians 2, verse 10, it says, we're God's masterpiece, created anew in Christ Jesus to do the good works that is planned for us long ago. He has prepared it long ago. That's why I said purpose precedes creation. God has prepared it long time ago. He has prepared your purpose even before He created you in your mother's womb. He has prepared the purpose for you. This is what Lucy should do. This is what Somto is supposed to do. This is what Jason, Joel, Josiah is supposed to do on earth. This is what Valerie is supposed to do. Yes, this is what Yusuf is supposed to do on earth. He already knew. He created you and had that plan for you. So go to God. This is what I've given you the keys, but submit it to God. God, this is the experience I've gone through. This is what the impact I want to make. These are my gifts. I'm sure you gave me these gifts and talents and this strength to fulfill my purpose. I am sure this my passion is not just that. We might have more than 2 passions, but that core one, there's one that God has designed for you to fulfill your purpose. Not all passions, not all things that interest you, that is meant to be your purpose. Yes. Then time, what is that time? What should I spend my time in? In the parable of the talents, God gave people talents. He gave them time to invest. When He comes, because He will come back and ask you, what did you use your time in doing? So what are you using your time to do? What are you using your talents to do? What are you using your gifts, your strengths to do? That is the sense of your purpose. So take all those things to God. Take those light keys I've given you. Take it to God. How do you live your purpose? Set daily goals. We should not tax ourselves with a lot of things. Set daily goals. Break those goals to smaller goals. Don't start your day without knowing what to do. Before the day breaks, like the next day, I know what I want to do today. I need to call this. I need to check on this. I need to this. Even if I don't write it, but it's better you write it down. Get a diary. This is what I want to do today. Then if it's very large, you break it into smaller goals. This is what I want to do. In school, as I'm going back to school, this is my goal. What is your goal? We are going to learn about goal setting on Saturday. Don't miss it. What is my goal for this new season? What is my goal in life? Not just in school, but in life. As I'm going back to school, what are the goals? What are my daily goals at home? Engage in meaningful daily habits. Journaling. You can be journaling every day. It serves as a therapy as well for you. Write down things, how you feel, your emotions. Oh, this idea comes to you. Write it down. I think I should do this. Write it down. Go back and take it to God. Should I do this? Meaningful habits. Cultivate a positive habit. Not being on the phone every day. You're not doing anything positive with your phone. Watching TV. Because it's holiday, you want to watch TV from morning to night. No. Cultivate meaningful habits. Write those things down. Yeah. Try out new activities. When you try different activities, it will make you to know which one resonates best with you. Explore different things. Oh, let me go and serve. You can come and serve in my foundation. If you feel called, you can volunteer in my foundation. The older teenagers, you can volunteer. If you feel called to serve in my foundation, you can come and serve. I feel that just go and try different things. Join the club in your school. If you feel that I need to be I want to be a public speaker, join the debating club. Join the different clubs. Try out new things daily. Think of a new thing that you can do. You never know what will resonate with you. You never know what to bring that spark in you. So try out new things. That is how you live purpose daily. Use your gifts to serve. Your gifts that God has given you, it is not for you alone. Use it to serve others. Use it to serve. Purpose is all about service. It is all about impact. It is all about service to humanity. It is not for you to keep that gift. You write very well and start putting out contents there. You sing. You can encourage people. You're caring. That means you should go into being a nurse. If you have that caring ability, maybe you're being called to be a nurse, a doctor. You're very creative. You can excel well in creating content aside, but you never know. You can go and do a career, but that might not be your calling. But there is this passion by the side. In the future, that is what you might just focus in. Yes. So use your gifts. Start using your gifts. Start it now that you're a teenager, now that you're a preteen. Start using those gifts so that in the future, as you grow, as you become an adult, you will know where you're going to. You have a sense of direction. Your life will become more meaningful. Pray and meditate. I mentioned that. Pray to God. Meditate on God's word. He will give you direction. So this is how, hope we're taking it down. This is how you live purposefully on daily basis. So be intentional about living a purposeful life as you go back to school. Yes, this is a new me. This is who I am. I have a sense of purpose. I know the direction I'm going to. I am here for my education and I am here to touch lives. When you leave that school, they will say, I remember Jason. I remember Joel. I can't forget that senior. I can't forget this person in my class, my department, university. Have a sense of purpose as you're going back to school. So these are examples of purpose in school. These are things you do in school. Teaching your classmates. If you're very good, help those that are struggling. Don't laugh at them. Don't join people and laugh at them. This one is a dummy. He doesn't know anything. Don't join people and laugh at them. Don't join people to bully others. Even if when you stay quiet, you are a bully as well. Speak out. Speak out. Stand for justice. Be a role model in your class. Show kindness. Encourage others. You can write blogs, school blogs. These are some of the ways in school. Then in life, choose a career that aligns with your gifts and passion. Choose a career. I've mentioned that. Create solutions. Be innovative. If God has called you to be a business person, you can do that in life. Inspire others with your gifts. God has called you to be a singer. God has called you to be a writer. God has called you to help others. Use that gift to help others. Inspire them. I know I'm inspiring a lot of people, even with my visual impairments. I am here to inspire people, young people most especially, and people going through life challenges. Serve your community. Look for that one challenge. I tell you, this weekend, look for that one thing you can do in your community, in your family, in your community. Look for that one thing. Serve your community. Purpose is about serving your community, the people around you. Get one problem in your community today and create a solution. Create a solution. Yes. That's why I created a group, the Lightings Coaching. If you're not part of it, if you have a phone number, you can join that group as I would continue coaching and mentoring teenagers. So that group, after the boot camp, the 3 days boot camp, it will still be there. So I'll be mentoring and coaching you. I'm not charging you. It's for free. Yeah. If you want a paid one, I have other teachers. I have other coaches because I work. I might not be so, available. If your parents want to pay, I have other coaches I can link you to. But I'm there, the lighting coaching. I'm starting a mentorship class for you, a mentorship group. Yeah. So this is a reflective question. A mango tree and a corn. Why I use this? A corn, you plant them, both of them, in a soil. Then a corn takes just 3 months to grow, while a mango takes a couple of years to grow. You plant them the same day, but a corn takes few months to grow, while a mango tree takes longer time to grow. What I mean by that is that discovering purpose, everybody is not the same. Like me, I would say I discovered my purpose some years back. Yes. In my 30s, after losing my sight, in my 30s, like I now had a strong sense of purpose at that age. That's why, like I said earlier, I want to guide younger people to start early as 8. Start towing that part of discovering purpose. I am a teen purpose coach. And I do identity as well, because you have to understand who you are before discovering purpose. So it takes different people discover their purpose at different ages. Some people are in their 40s, they haven't discovered their purpose. They don't know why they are here. So your purpose, my purpose, Jason's purpose, Joy's purpose, Josiah's purpose, your brothers, but it's not the same. You all have different paths, unique paths. You don't have the same purpose in life. You might be siblings, but you don't have the same purpose in life. Josiah might discover his purpose in 3 months after this class. You might have a clear picture, but Jason might still take some years to now say, oh yes, I've come into the fullness of my purpose. It's a journey. So right now, what would you say? Do you already have a sense of purpose? Are you a corn that, yes, in a short while, I've discovered my purpose? Or you're a mango tree? See, the mango tree is big. It takes time, but it grows. It bears good fruits that people love to eat and bear to come and passion. But it takes time. It doesn't matter, but start early. So who would you say you are? Reflect. Are you a corn that, yes, I already know. Or you're a mango, it will take time, but at the end result is a beautiful result. Let me have it on the comment section. Okay, Justin say corn. Dianose say mango. Jaden mango. Okay, all right. Thank you. So we have mangoes and corns, and it is okay. It is okay if you consider yourself a mango. It is okay if you consider yourself a corn. That is fine. You're not under pressure defining your purpose. So this is the conclusion. This is the conclusion I have for you tonight. Discovering purpose is not a destination. It is not a one-time thing. Purpose is seasonal. So you don't say, this is my purpose. It is one-time stuff. No, it is a journey. It is not a destination. As you grow, you keep encountering new challenges, different things, new experiences, but start from now. Go on that journey. So it's not a destination. It's not a one-time thing. There are seasons and times in life, different times for different purposes, different seasons. Purpose is multifaceted. Your purpose as a son, your purpose as a daughter in the family, your purpose in school, your purpose in life generally. Purpose is a journey and not a destination. Use your gifts, use your talents to serve others. Purpose is not about you, but the difference you make in life, the impact you make in life. Be open to learning, be open to growing. Reflect, daily reflections. Get a journal, a diary. When you wake up every morning, after you pray, meditate, write, how do I feel today? When you go to school, those are in the university, going to university, or those are already in the university. Reflect, learn, grow, write down. Remember, purpose is not for you. It is the impact you make, the difference you want to see in the world. So don't keep your gifts, don't keep your talents. Go on that journey. I am here to guide you on that purpose discovery journey. So that's the conclusion. And this is take home. Write down your strengths and gifts. Write down your passions. Write down the impact you want to make in life, and write down what makes you unique. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being part of today's program. I hope you've learned a lot from Coach Deborah and myself. Tomorrow is another session. Our coaches are prepared.